Greetings, my name is Monty Martin, and welcome to the world of Drakkeheim. This is the Dungeon Dudes weekly D&D 5th edition actual play campaign, and I am your Dungeon Master for this evening.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, who will be playing We Don't Know Yet, because we have to figure that out because my last character died. And we're going to assess the situation and determine if I'm going to be playing today and who I might be. But we're joined today by our very good friends.
Jill Denitis playing Veosenia, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger Rogue.
And Joe O'Gorman playing Pluto Jackson, the Human Battlemaster.
Thank you for joining us once again. And if you are a longtime viewer, you may notice our new digs. We are coming to you from the brand new Dungeon Dude studio in Midtown Toronto, which has been something we have been planning and hoping for a very long time, which has become finally real, and that is thanks to all of you out there. Whether you have watched our show on YouTube or followed our podcast or watched us on Twitch, whether you backed our Kickstarter projects or you're one of our patron supporters, all of these things have come together to make this new space possible. Of course, with a new space brings new challenges and a little bit of a learning curve. So, while we're very proud of our technical setup, there may be a few gremlins to iron out as we adjust to the new space, and we would love to hear your feedback or ideas on how we can improve how things are looking and sounding. If you're wondering, it's all the same gear that we've been using in my basement, but it's in a brand new space with the new digs. So once again, thank you to all of you out there. It was you who helped make this possible, and we're very excited to bring all of our projects to their new home.
Although we've moved to a new space, we're going to be keeping the same schedule. You can expect Drakkeheim to continue and our regular episodes as well in this new space. So we hope to keep things relatively the same. With that in mind, you will be able to join us on Tuesday evenings when we broadcast the campaign on Twitch. You can check us out from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also catch the video episodes of the show on YouTube or check us out as an audio-only podcast as well.
And with that, let us return to Drakkeheim.
Drakkeheim is no more. The devastation which fell upon that accursed place left a kingdom in ruin. Now, horrors lurking in the haze grow ever more great and terrible, while simmering tensions between rival factions boil over into outright war. The power of monarchs, mages, and priests hangs in the balance. 6 unlikely heroes join forces to confront the coming chaos. They shall decide, once and for all, the fate of Drakkeheim.
Recently, our heroes have been reeling with the recent death of one Sebastian Crow. Whilst Rudy, Wilhelm, and Rath continue on the investigation to track down the apothecaries responsible for the death of Sebastian Crow, Veo and Pluto have returned to Drakkeheim to seek the means to bring Sebastian Crow back to life. The two of you visited the druid at the Shrine of Morrigan, who offered you a proposition. If you can bring the spirit of a sufficiently powerful monster back to the druid, they can exchange a soul for a soul, powering this creature, which you must return to the druid alive and preferably uncontaminated, so that the druid may exchange spirit for spirit and call Sebastian back from the Shadowlands. Sebastian's body has been entrusted to the care of Yogain Ghostweaver, the druid of the Shrine of Morrigan, and now the two of you are making your way back into Emberwood Village to plan your next move. There are a variety of targets that you've already identified as possibilities, not the least of which is the dragon of the Octenwald, Trethesia, although you may opt to seek out another target to fulfill your objectives. So there's a lot to consider in the meantime. You make your way back into Emberwood Village as dusk begins to fall. And already, as you have traveled around in Drakkeheim, having been away from the city for a while, you can see that the tenor of Emberwood Village has changed in some ways. In many ways, it is still the familiar, bustling village of adventurers, mercenaries, scallywags, scavengers, and survivors, mingling with the various merchants and dealers who support all the adventure that happens in Drakkeheim. But the character of the area has greatly changed because the factions that once all had a presence here have shifted as the balance of power has changed. Where once you would see a few of the paladins of the Silver Order, there are conspicuously none of them to be seen. Where once the Hooded Lanterns would often maintain a very strong presence in Emberwood Village, Veo, as you know, the recent movements and the need to keep the king under heavy guard has actually resulted in the Hooded Lanterns really pulling back many of their positions and mostly keeping to the barracks at the Shepherd's Gate barracks and the City Watch barracks, because those are the most important holdings. And so while the outpost of the Hooded Lanterns is here, you really are in a state where many of the Hooded Lanterns are starting to be stretched thin, and their presence, the lack of their presence, is notable. Conversely, however, the number of pilgrims of the Falling Fire is greatly increased. And as you come into the city, you see a strange-looking man who may be familiar in some ways, leading another flock of pilgrims of the Falling Fire in towards the city itself. And and furthermore to that, the agents of the Amethyst Academy have become even more insular than previously. For now that they have control of the Inscrutable Tower again, most of the operations, the only thing that they use Emberwood Village for anymore is to get to Drakkeheim. And so their presence has been greatly diminished. On the flip side, what you start to notice is the presence of rough and tumble brigands bearing the unmistakable swagger of agents of the Queen's Men. The character of the adventurers and the other scavenger types that have come to Emberwood Village has certainly taken on this presence, as it seems that the diminished presence of the Silver Order and the Hooded Lanterns, despite the earlier defeats of the Queen's Men, without anyone to keep them down, the brigands have come back in force. For there is now very little in the way of competition aside from each other. And so as you head down the streets, the number of groups of adventurers that are trying to get their plunder really quite catches your eyes.
So touristy here now. I was one of the first. I was raiding Drakkeheim before it was cool.
I mean, there's definitely, you can tell, a little bit of a different crowd.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like maybe we shouldn't have abandoned Emberwood Village as quickly as we did.
We didn't abandon it. Not officially.
I mean, the Hooded Lanterns did pull back.
But it's necessary. It's necessary. If anything, I think this is a perfect place to find a suitable candidate for the Sebastian Crow replacement.
You think?
Yeah.
You want to from the bunch of ruffians.
Yeah. Someone that means nothing to us.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point.
Yeah.
Somebody
yeah.
expendable.
Someone that would do anything for like a bit of money. We don't have to get attached.
Yeah.
In fact, we're probably doing like a public service by getting rid of some of these.
So your intent is to
Low quality.
recruit an intern of some kind?
Okay, so like we have to think like who could work with us. And we know people, but I feel like they're really busy.
Yeah, and we want to keep them around. Like they're important for things. So we need someone who I will say that'll watch our back, but at the same time that if something happens that we don't necessarily have to watch their back.
Yeah, we really got attached to the first one, and it's like we don't want to get another one that we get attached to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to have someone that we can say hi and bye to, maybe in a burst of flames if necessary, and that we can just kind of like between us we're gonna use them to help us get what we want, but they'll get something out of it.
I was gonna say they might get a little bit of fame working with us, or be really happy at the adventure, and just
I mean, we also I think we got namesake. We pull well.
they'll
I think
learn from our expertise.
Yeah, I think I've always wanted to be a big brother, and I think this is my opportunity.
Could be a mentorship program.
Yeah. This is the Pluto Jackson mentorship program of monster killing. I think that's an appropriate. Yeah.
As you know, in Emberwood Village, there are 4 main establishments where adventurers and other types gather. There is the Red Lion Hotel, which is the former manor of the Reeve of Emberwood Village, that the Reeve converted the establishment into their home, basically into a hotel. This is often the place that is used by agents of the Amethyst Academy, as well as the traveling merchants who are coming to Emberwood Village to ply their wares and trade in delirium, as well as wealthier adventurers that want some higher end accommodations. The other 3 establishments are the Bark and Buzzard, which you have frequented many times. It is nestled more amongst the residential cottages of Emberwood Village, and it's more peaceful and laid back, and tends to be where the locals the few people who still live in Emberwood Village tend to congregate because of its more peaceful demeanor. The Gilded Lily is more of a party house than anything else. It's well known for its famous open mic night, and lots of music and revelry happens at the Gilded Lily. And it's a good place for adventurers who are often celebrating their last night before they head off into the ruins.
That's the place. That might be it.
Finally, is the Skull and Sword Tap House, which is more of a dingy saloon that was converted from an old farmstead. And this is a popular place for the scoundrels and misfits to congregate. And as you both know, you can almost always find Blackjack Mel here. It is often considered one of the best places to pick up rumors, as well as for those who favor a little bit more of a rougher edge to their drinking establishment.
I mean, there might be reasons to go to a few of these places. I mean, thinking about like the Skull and Sword, it's where you're going to get somebody pretty rough and capable, potentially.
Someone that wants to be contaminated.
Yeah, won't
Someone
mind
that-
getting into the nitty-gritty of Drakkeheim.
get some dirt under their nails. I want to stay away from the Bark and Buzzard. I feel like we don't want to hurt Emberwood Village. Like, we don't need to bother them.
No.
No. They're good people, and we don't want to drag them into this mess.
But the Gilded Lily adventurers there who want to have a good time. And again, if it's their last night, normally that's where they go, expecting to go on an adventure.
Give them a couple drinks, tell them about all the great things that they can get out of it, and then make them help us capture a dragon.
Yeah, convince them this is going to be great for their resume.
Great for the resume. I'll write them a glowing review.
There will be songs written
In
about
blood.
them.
We just need to get Sebastian back.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Agreed.
We need to get Sebastian back. So it can't be, although expendable, they need to be capable.
Yes.
So we need to come up with some, like, guidelines? Some
Criteria.
yeah, criteria. We need to hold, like,
We need a standard.
we have standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've Drakenforce doesn't just accept anyone.
One of you can make me a history check, because if you're looking for capable but expendable, one of the establishments may cater more to that than the others.
My +0? How much more historical are you?
Sorry, I have the wrong character sheet open. 2 seconds.
Vale, given your knowledge of the region, I will give you advantage on this check.
I have a 0 as well, but I will take the advantage.
That's the advantage.
History? Ooh, 16.
Okay, here's what you recall. If you're going to the Red Lion Hotel, the type of people and adventurers that you find there might be quite capable, but might be the most risk averse. Because they generally have the most to lose.
Yeah.
If you're going to the Gilded Lily, it is a very well-known spot. And so the Gilded Lily tends to attract people who know very little else about Emberwood Village, except for the Gilded Lily is the place to go. And so the adventurers that you find there might be more inexperienced. The Skull and Sword Tap House, you're going to find people who are much more willing to work for money.
Okay.
Do we have money?
I was gonna say, what's our budget?
yeah. What's our high end?
I mean, we have the King of Drakkeheim. He can pay us whatever.
Pluto Jackson's been carrying around gold that he took from the sellers of Drakkeheim, like the stores. I took quite a few bars. And so I could, I mean, we've got cash, but...
We've got group cash.
I think, let's see what we can get for free. Let's see what the free candidates are like.
We can always put our feelers out and choose.
Because someone might be really willing to come and...
There are two ways that you might, if you're looking for convincing someone in terms of payment, which are popular. Either offering them a flat bounty, a day rate, or a share of any treasure found.
Yeah, the share. Well, I would share. I would do the share, because we don't know what we're going to find.
We're gonna
Or maybe that means we'll just pay him the day rate.
And
we keep
everything. The more you offer, the better talent you might attract.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I want good talent.
Yeah.
Because I do want to get this done. I mean, I don't know what our time crunch is.
I mean, sooner rather than later. We don't know what's happening with Sebastian, so I'd rather get him back to the land of the living sooner rather than later. But also, I mean, we've got stuff going on around Drakkeheim, so we are on a bit of a time crunch.
Yeah.
So it would be good to get somebody capable, but at the same time, we don't want to break the bank.
So where would you like to start?
Do we want to go straight for capable?
I mean, the Gilded Lily will have less experienced, but maybe more naive. So they'd be more willing to go into the dangerous missions that we propose. Yeah. Or do we go right we bully Blackjack Mel into finding us some.
He might be able to find us the best deal. Know who's willing to go for a cheaper rate but still skilled.
Yeah. He hopefully he can also soft over the part where, maybe we don't bring up that they're probably gonna die. I don't think we should come up with that. I think we should really paint it on like this is like a once in a lifetime chance to travel with the greatest group of adventurers known in this land. Spoils, epic
songs written about them.
Yeah.
Every bard is going to want to sing their praises once we're done.
Eat till you're full and kill till you're empty.
Will they eat till they're full? I mean,
I don't know. I'm just trying to sauce it up
So
a
it
bit.
sounds like the Skull and Sword is your first port of call?
Yeah.
Let's go to Skull and Sword.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Skull and Sword, as I mentioned before, it is a saloon that was converted from an old farmstead. As you approach the Skull and Sword, you can immediately you see across the street from the tap house, as you approach, the doors burst open and two thugs are fighting each other in the street. They tumble down into the ditch on the side of the road, and one just starts stabbing the other in the street. And out in front, two bouncers have their arms crossed, and one says to the other, "Keep it in the street!" And as you approach, there is a jawless skull that is impaled on a rusty sword right beside the main doors. And the tradition is that you make a macabre greeting to the skull on your way into the bar. The noise of the establishment, the sound of yelling, breaking glass, tables being knocked over, and drinks being spilled fills your ears. It is a rowdy environment, but it looks like there's a lot of spirit here.
I really regret taking the lanterns out of here now.
It's just a dead guy now in the street. Oh man. But this guy's got gusto.
He's got energy.
Yeah. Really like your
Enthusiasm.
make a mental note. If he comes by again, if we see this guy again, maybe we can.
We'll ask Blackjack Mel about him.
Yeah. Also, we could blackmail him. Like, be like, we'll hang you at the gallows if you don't come with us. Because you're like the Lord Commander.
Yeah, I guess I do have authority here.
Yeah, you're like a police officer.
Oh wait, are they not going to talk to us because I'm the Lord Commander?
As you come up to the bar, the bouncer, who is just this massive mountain of a man, his muscles bulging, his arms crossed.
Try to match his energy.
He frowns and he's like, he looks at you and is like, "The fuzz."
Was my fur goofier than normal? I mean,
"What you doing here?"
I'm off duty.
We're off duty.
Yeah. We are looking for our acquaintance. He's not our friend, but we're looking for him, Blackjack Mel. We heard
Blackjack Mel, eh?
he hangs out here sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I might be able to, he's full on appointments tonight. You got an appointment?
I didn't know he had a schedule.
Yeah, I got an appointment. I got a giant flaming sword that is like made by like an angelical creature that's gonna chop you in half kind of appointment.
Make an intimidation check.
Get out of here. And I'm gonna use commanding presence to turn it into a 19.
He's like, all of a sudden, almost like the muscles were like pumped up and just deflate. The bouncer's just like, I don't want any trouble from no Caspian prince. Go on ahead. Blackjack Mel's in the back corner.
And I just mumbled to myself, appointment. The nerve of it. And
I'm just kind of sheepishly like trying to look like I'm not scrawny alley cat coming through. I'm just like, yeah, I'm with him.
yeah, this place has really gone under. There's no respect. There's no respect for all the deeds we do here. I guess we're gonna have to.
As you go in, just
money.
The bouncer says, just keep an eye on the fuzz. She's got a little bit of a reputation around here.
Look, no one's going to jail. We walked right past the guy bleeding in the street. We're
blinders on tonight.
Yeah, your
not
badge.
looking.
Hide your badge.
Yeah,
Hide your-
I take my scarf and I kind of put it over my badge. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, there's no. We're getting our hands dirty.
Are we?
As you enter into the Skull and Sword, the entire place smells like a combination of turpentine-like alcohol. So just like the absolute most paint-stripping alcohol you can smell, combined with body odor, with just a slight twinge of urine and vomit. The rafters, because this used to be a barn, so the floor is just hay with bits of wood that have been put down on top of it. Most of the tables and chairs are former wagons or wagon wheels that have been put on top of barrels to form tables. The stools being, and there are no two matching stools or chairs in the entire establishment. The bar itself is better described as a bunch of crates and barrels that again have had a board running across them, and the massive casks of ale and alcohol are constantly flowing into an utterly mismatched assortment of mugs, glasses, bottles, and in some cases, people are literally just drinking out of buckets.
Oh my god. Yeah, these people will definitely come with us. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is perfect.
Behind the bar is a woman who makes the bouncer look like a halfling. The well-known Frida Longhorn. No one crosses her, and it's very clear that everyone is still keeping things on the level. And monitoring things from the side is the halfling proprietor Cuff Goldberg as well, who has a very big hat he kind of keeps to himself behind the bar, but the two of them run the establishment as a myriad of other servers help them run drinks. Again, many of them just sometimes what some of the servers will do is they'll just put like what was a milk bucket, but it's filled with frothing ale down on a table, and it'll be effectively a pitcher for the table. As you enter into the establishment, which is lit by a bunch of lanterns that are hanging down from the rafters, which, Veo, as you kind of catch your eye, with the hay on the floor, all the alcohol flowing around in this room, if any one of those lanterns were to fall on the ground, this place would just go up like a deck of matches.
Yeah. They live on the edge here in this bar.
I definitely am not turning on Ignatius.
Don't.
No.
But I know they are okay with a little bit of danger because either that or they just have no idea how close they are to death.
Yeah, I don't think they're showing off. I think they're stupid.
And as you size up the establishment, you give me a perception check.
23.
There, in the far corner of the bar, is Blackjack Mel, wearing his black jacket and sitting back, kind of positioning himself almost as if he imagines himself to be the most important one in the room. And he is sitting down with a few other rough and tumble looking adventurers, and as you catch sight of him, it looks like he's exchanging a bag for another bag with them that they quickly grab and turn to leave. And as he locks eyes with you and Paluto, as you approach the table, he says, it wasn't me, don't kill me. I promise it's been a complete misunderstanding. I did not mean to do it. It was not me. It was not my fault. I completely apologize. I had nothing to do with this.
How far away are we from him right now?
As far as you want to be.
Okay. I want to misty step behind him and grab him by the shoulder and be like, "What do you mean, Mel?"
Mel.
Well, I mean, it's just with all respect, due respect. I heard there was a bit of an incident, and I just want you to know that I was not responsible for that in any way, shape, or form whatsoever.
Mel, we're old friends.
Yeah. Right.
And old friends just look the other way sometimes, don't we?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's a very big relief. I mean, I just thought the second you saw me, I was going to be dead. So I appreciate that I've survived this long.
Well, if you want this to be one of those sometimes, Mel, maybe you can help us out with something.
Yeah, Mel, because friends also help each other.
Oh, yeah, of course. Friends always help each other. Friends also always make sure that they're well paid for any assistance that they provide.
Well, I mean, we did pay you last time.
Right.
And we're
just jog my memory. What was the last time thing?
Well, last time. I mean, hold on. Before we speak, is his friends still, the other people?
They've dispersed.
Okay, good. Well, last time it was about the potential assassination of the king.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh right, yeah. Oh, I found out all about that. I've been waiting. In fact, I've been waiting for you to come back, and I was gonna give you all the details about it.
Good.
I really went, nose to the ground. Really dug up all the dirt for you. I got the inside skinny on the whole situation. You can trust me. 100%.
Well, I mean, as much as that's important information, actually, that's not why we're here.
Oh.
Pluto.
All right then. I guess.
Do we want to know that right now?
No, there's more. We have more pressing matters.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would have completely thought that you would have thought that the identity of exactly who was plotting against the potential king of the nation would have been a top priority. I mean, I thought that that's what you were here for. But if you're here for something completely different, I'm all ears. I mean, I'm always open to new business propositions. I'm always accepting new types of work, and of course, job's done already. So it's all bought and paid for as far as I'm concerned. I'm ready to move on to something new.
Jeez, is it gonna be long, Mel, or can we just do we have to table it?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty concise.
Okay, let's do that. Let's wrap up our previous business before we move on. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel, you got us. I sit down. And
It's actually pretty simple. I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot harder to unravel, but of course, it's the Dukes.
Oh.
Well, how do you know it's the Dukes?
I mean, I just know that, some of the Dukes have decided to, lull the king into a false sense of security and then turn sides at the first battle.
Holy moly.
Name names? Name names.
Oh,
Blackjack
you
Mel.
needed names.
Yeah.
I mean, that might cost you extra.
How reliable is this information? Who
do you think it's coming from?
I guess.
I mean, do you know the lengths that I had to go to uncover this kind of information for you?
I mean, you probably got other people to do it for you, no?
Exactly! You know how hard that is?
I was gonna say, how do we even know? Okay, look, that's great. Actually, that helps.
We could pay for names, but after our current business. Speaking of getting people.
No, we're running the show here. Okay? Stop distracting us. We need help, but we need helpers. We need bodies.
Yeah.
We need
Alive ones, though.
alive bodies. We need
Alive bodies.
capable alive bodies.
Yeah.
Huh. What for? I mean, I'm actually more concerned that you need alive bodies than... But I can, you're hiring?
Look, Mel, it's been a rough couple of days, and the truth is you might have noticed that our trio is down to 2.
Oh, yeah! Huh. Yeah, what is Sebastian doing these days?
Sebastian is in between states of aliveness,
Yeah.
and he's currently... Look, we...
Well, rest his soul. I mean, I knew it was coming one of these days. All I have to say is I'm thrilled that I outlived him.
Well, we want to unrest his soul, so
No,
we actually...
we speak well of Sebastian. He is not gone. He is coming back, and that is what we need your help with. We
All
need
right.
to replace Sebastian
You need to replace Sebastian.
to then help us bring back Sebastian to then continue on doing what we do.
Exactly.
Draken Force.
Right. So you need an expendable extra party member to temporarily replace your dead compatriot.
But we don't want them to know.
Why
they're
didn't you just say
expendable.
so? I deal in that all the time.
I know, and you're like...
You know how many people go off into that city, get 1 or 2 of their friends killed, and then come back here and come back to yours truly, looking for a replacement?
Yeah.
All the time. I've helped so many groups that they've actually had a rotating door with the original people. They came to me to hire replacements, and then the replacements needed people to hire the original people. It was great. It works out great.
So we know that you're the person,
I hear you have a unique skill set
but
for
we
this.
need top tier talent.
I have a very unique set of skills, and I can connect you. I am an accomplished manager. You remember how we met.
You are...
I have a nose for talent, an eye for detail, and ears open everywhere all the time. You name what you're looking for. Okay, so, sitting down here, let's put together a profile of the type of talent that you're looking for.
Okay. Well, I'm not really great with magic.
Okay,
You know a little bit of magic.
A little bit, but
all right.
So we're big fans of magic.
magic.
Big fans of magic. All right. That could be a problem, but not an insurmountable one. We can see what we can do about that.
I mean, they don't have to be like academy members or
Yeah,
anything.
we don't need like
but-
that level, but we just need to
Okay,
know...
now you're talking my language.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need any kind of stuck-up schooly folks. Sounds good. Little bit of magic, that's pretty good. What else are you looking for?
I mean, strong in body or mind.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to find both, so like.
It
pick
is. You
one.
got to pay a premium for that. You're better off choosing one or the other.
Yeah. Maybe mind.
Yeah, that complements us well. I got the body down, so
Yeah.
mind, strong mind. And strong mind, I'm willing to be flexible with that. Like if they can justify it. We need some seasoning.
Now, are you hiring on a contract basis, part-time, full-time? What are you looking at here?
Contract.
Contract for sure, because we can't guarantee full-time hours.
And what kind of benefits are you going to be able to offer?
They will travel with the greatest current duo in the entirety of Westamar. They will be able to
Snacks.
snacks.
Yeah.
They will be great deeds of killing and access to like immense amounts of treasure.
I would say 50% at minimum increase in the reputation.
Yeah.
In a potential bad or good way, depending on how they want to spin it.
You know the people here don't work for exposure. You already get the exposure to contamination, delirium, toxins, monsters. A lot of people just die of exposure out here, so it's not really anything that's on the table as an offer.
They should know their worth and know that they're worth their weight in gold. So I mean, I can appreciate that.
No, we're willing to pay. We will pay well.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna? Because I gotta say, for myself, I'm gonna have to charge you a finder's fee. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, it can come out of their salary. They can work on that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need a retainer. You understand?
I remove one of the bars of gold that I had taken from the Drakkeheim.
Which is that
He immediately slides it under the table and is like, "This'll do."
I'm glad we're on the same page.
I feel like we overpaid a little bit.
That's okay. We're not I would love someone that has some experience. We don't want anyone fresh. I feel like we need somebody that has some, and it doesn't have to be Drakkeheim specific. I'm willing to work with people that have experience in other dangerous areas, and we're going to be conducting sort of like an interview.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to talk to them first.
We need to have a little chat, kind of get a feel, like if they're gonna gel with us.
Interview process. Okay. Okay. All right. What is that going to look like?
I mean, a sit-down chat.
Yeah.
For sure.
A series of shotgun point-blank questions. Try to get a sense of like who they are, what they're looking for, and if they can be if they can sit in this chair, the proverbial chair.
Now, I'm just going to warn you, between you and me, a lot of people around here, they're all talk. If you're just going to be asking them shotgun questions, they're going to fill you full of lies about what they're capable of doing. You'll hear about people who can talk about that they can kill 3, 4, 5, 6 trolls. But if they can prove it, that's a whole other matter.
Practical interview.
We need a field exam.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We could go somewhere and murder something.
Well, I mean, could we go to one of the gates?
Like a practice. What's a good practice?
Yeah.
Like, is there somewhere we have that we could like a test run? Because we need to see how they like.
I mean, that's going to depend on what kind of talent you're looking for, right? I mean, there's a lot of dangerous things and places and people out there, but it's going to depend on what you need the job. But because what's the job, right? Like, what kind of person you're looking for here? What do you need them to be able to do?
We need to capture a dragon.
What? You didn't tell me that.
Very simple.
That very much changes the equation.
But they're not.
You better have another one of those bars.
No, they're not gonna do. They
No.
They can't know that.
Yeah.
I can't continue this meeting until you provide me with more collateral to continue.
That was my last bar. I begrudgingly pull out another bar and slam it on the table.
A dragon. Coming here telling me that you're looking to hire someone. You're looking to get a dragon.
Not kill a dragon.
Not kill it!
Capture.
You're looking to You better have one more of those. I'm going to really have to do some hard work for you to find someone capable of capturing the dragon?
Well, I mean, we are doing the main capturing. We just need a bit of support.
Mel, when we came over here, we were friends. And if you want to see any more of these bars of gold, I need to see some names and I need to see some candidates.
I can
up
get
here.
you candidates by tomorrow morning. But if you want me to get you candidates that are actually going to be able to help you with this crazy plan of yours to capture a dragon, if you don't want someone that's just going to get roasted right away by it, I'm going to have to do a lot of work.
Okay. Not only do I want those candidates, but we also want the names of the dukes that are in on the conspiracy against Wilhelm.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to use commanding presence. 18.
You give me one more of those bars right now?
Oh, I mean, I'll let you finish your sentence.
And this represents... And then, I need you to pay me 3 more once I get you somebody. And I want a cut.
How?
That's a lot.
Very quickly, how much are these bars of gold worth?
They're like easily worth 100 gold pieces per bar.
That's it?
How many do you have?
I have like... Well, I picked up at least 10.
I mean, 100's a lot.
Yeah, 100 is a lot.
So you want 3 more? That's only 600. I think that's reasonable.
Could we go... Pluto, could we go to the other bar and find someone ourselves? I tried to sound sly about...
Give me a deception check.
19.
No. Be reasonable here. You ain't gonna find anyone better than Blackjack Mel at finding you premium talent. Tell you what, I'm happy with what I got, but you gotta cut me in for 10% of that dragon's hoard.
10%. But you got to find us the candidate that can do it. If your candidate can't cut it, you got to keep bringing us more.
Deal.
How about this? Oh, I was gonna say, 10% of the hoard or 10% of what we can bring back?
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, 10% what we can bring back. Because we're bringing back a lot. And
Seems
a dragon.
reasonable.
Okay.
I'll get you a couple candidates.
Premium. We need premium. We need people...
Guaranteed.
I love it.
Guaranteed. Get you a couple different choices. You can interview them. You take which one you want. Broker the deal. What are you going to offer them in terms of their cut?
I mean, do they have to know that we're...
They can have... Well, if it's just us going after this dragon, they can have...
What about like 100 for the whole thing? Is that too much? Is that a lot?
I
Are we
don't
seeming desperate if that's...
I feel like that's not enough.
Yeah, you ain't going to get anybody for 100 gold
200?
pieces.
500?
I would offer them 20%.
Of what we bring back? Or the whole thing?
20%.
Or just like whatever they can carry?
Because sidebar with Veo. We need Sebastian. We don't need gold. We don't need anything.
Oh, I know.
Well, I just want Sebastian. They can have all the friggin' gold if they want. I'm just trying to be like a little bit of negotiating. But if it comes down to it, and they just want a bunch of gems, but we get Sebastian back, then we win.
And if we don't have to pay them up front and something happens to them,
Yeah.
maybe that's a better... Yeah.
I say we just give them a third.
That's so much.
Don't be greedy. We literally control the coffers of the... I'm just giving it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give them a third.
Are we gonna get in trouble for giving away a dragon's hoard? Are we responsible for this? Is Wilhelm gonna get mad at us?
I mean, we'll give him the information about who's going to kill him. So he'll actually be... He is indebted to us. He owes us money. If anything, he should be paying for this.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. I have to justify in my brain, but yeah, we got it. Third.
All right. Come back tomorrow. I'll have you some candidates.
Great.
Yes.
So where do we sleep? In the barn? This is a barn. Where do we... We can go stay somewhere nicer.
Like Sebastian's family's house? Oh, they might ask why he's not with us. We could say he's on an important academy mission.
No, we can't lie to them. I'm not going to lie to them.
Oh yeah, you can't lie.
I can lie. I'm just bad at it. I don't want to... I don't want to go back to them until we bring Sebastian back.
You can quarter at the old watchtower. There is like a skeleton crew of hooded lanterns that still keep that outpost. Or you could stay at the Red Lion, or typically at the Bark and Buzzard. The Alsberg family can usually arrange a cottage for you to stay in, because there's a lot of abandoned buildings in Emberwood Village.
I'll be honest, I do feel slightly guilty. You know, without Sebastian here, it just feels wrong. It's hard. It's hard without him.
I agree.
I don't want anything fancy. I feel like I have to be like in the dirt, like we're on the adventure.
So abandoned building.
Abandoned building.
I got a few that I'm used to. We'll go shop around and
Okay.
see what's what.
All right, so you're gonna just find an abandoned house to sleep.
It feels appropriate. It wouldn't feel right to stay somewhere.
It's like back in the old days when I was alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we need to, like, you want to have some, like, some toughness there.
I mean, we don't have to punish ourselves, though.
No, we're going to eat really well.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Without too much trouble, you can find somewhere to flop down.
We get takeout, too.
Yeah, pick up something from the Bark and Buzzard, bring
Yeah,
it back.
Very,
right?
very lavish.
What are you gonna do to secure where you're staying?
I don't know. Do we have anything to secure? Ignatius? Can you be on the lookout? I don't know, normally.
Interesting. Normally Sebastian does it. Maybe we should get a cottage. No, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna give. What if we paid someone to watch out for us?
Yeah.
We'll go
But
to
not from the
a local. We'll go to the local establishment.
Not from Skull and Sword.
Yeah. 1 night's work, 5 gold.
Okay.
You're gonna watch us overnight.
Okay. In that case, both of you can roll me 2d6s because we're missing Sebastian. So.
Oh. Yeah, I want to roll these fun too.
4 and 3.
2 and 4.
Okay. So, there is a local. You're able to dig up one of the local kids, like a teen who's willing to take 5 gold to watch out the place.
You can bring a friend
overnight.
too, and they can split it. Just like.
Yep.
I realized I totally just could have ordered one of the hidden lanterns to look out.
Could have.
Whoops.
Yep.
Yep.
It's fine.
We're trying to pump back money into the economy. That's why.
Yes.
We're trying to help Emberwood Village. Make someone's day.
All right. You settle down for the evening? Mm-hmm. Okay. As the evening passes, Veo and Pluto, you find like a 1-room house to bed down in. Mm-hmm. You can light a fire in the fireplace, pull out whatever you can to sleep down in, and make your evening plans. As night falls and you doze off to sleep, Veo, in the middle of the night, you feel someone touch you.
I sit up.
You sit up and standing over you as you wake up with her finger over her lips is a woman in a wide red hat and coat and a mask. And she points at Pluto sleeping. And she says, "Hi, how are you? Sorry to wake you, but it seemed like an opportune time for us to have a conversation."
How close is she to me?
She is right beside, like, I assume that you're sleeping in a bedroll and you've stood up, and she is and so she's standing over you. The fireplace is just down to its embers. And so she's within 5 feet of you.
Oh, I definitely, like, instinctively go to, like, kind of just get her out of my space and scratch.
Okay, make an attack roll.
That's a 19.
Your claws swipe through where her face should be. And and she just kind of shifts out, and you realize there's a motion trail as she moves. And she says, I really thought you were going to go for the crossbow shot first.
Fortunately, my instincts took over, and I just wanted you out of my space.
Unfortunate. And she turns around, but just in case you need this, she has your crossbow and your bow in her hands.
I grab them from her and say, "What are you doing here? What do you want?" I kind of say silently, so he's still sleeping.
I heard about Sebastian.
That's what you have to say? You heard about Sebastian?
Yeah.
Your lifelong friend? That's
Yeah.
what you have to say?
He was my friend too.
Very interesting the way you've treated your friend over these years.
Well, I also heard that you were hiring. And I wanted to maybe throw my hat in the ring.
Oh.
And honestly, Vale, I feel like you and I have never been able to talk to one another. And I thought about that. You grew up in the castle. I was there. We've never really had a one-on-one.
I mean, probably not from my own fault. You've had plenty of options to come talk to me and lie to me and all that kind of stuff. And guess what? Anytime we have talked, I haven't trusted one word out of your mouth.
I mean, that's fair. But circumstances being what they are, I thought it might be worthwhile us just checking in on the state of things. And given the circumstances, maybe I could help.
I mean, we are looking for help, but I'm looking for someone who isn't going to stab us in the back at the first chance they get. Can you honestly say that you're that person?
Yes, I can.
You haven't shown it in the past.
The past is the past. But now, there's opportunities. We could really turn this whole thing around right now.
Turn what thing?
Everything. I mean, let's face it. Pluto, Sebastian, not necessarily the most level-headed people. But you, on the other hand, I feel like you have a very good focus at what needs to be done. You're the Lord Commander, after all. And I just wondered if maybe you and I could talk, woman to woman. We could come to an understanding about what actually needs to be done, what's important, and we might be able to both get what we want. Without needing to stab and shoot each other in the process.
Well, I think what we agree on what needs to be done isn't necessarily going to be the same. And
Try me.
I trust that my friends, regardless of how level-headed they may or may not be, that they will work on anything that we need to do together.
Vale, you and Peludo were having a nap in the middle of an undefended cottage in the most cutthroat little village that I know. If I had wanted to kill you, you would be dead.
I know that you would kill us if you wanted it, but I know that you'd rather use people until they're all used up and then do the deed.
So we do understand each other.
I understand that I can't trust you, but that doesn't mean we can't work together.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't think I can go for you helping us on this, being you. But I know you know people.
I do. But I also wanted to present perhaps an alternative solution that you hadn't considered, one that might enable us to get everything we want all in one fell swoop.
What do you mean?
Well, there are two people who I love very dearly now, who are lost in the Shadowlands or worse. My sister and Sebastian. I'm always one for seeing how I can get everything that I want in a nice, neat little package. And I figured that maybe we have a bit of a convergence of goals in that respect. And I know that Sebastian very much wants to help me with my sister too. So he would be getting what he wants too. In fact, twice as much as what he wants. He doesn't want to be dead anymore, I can assume that. And I know that he feels guilty and responsible, and he should, for what happened to my sister. But at the same time, I think that we might be able to come to more of an understanding. Everything so far that I've discussed is personal, of course, and when the personal and business intersect, that's an interesting point for opportunity, because we do have an opportunity here. You, from what I understand, you've been talking with that strange old hermit about a way to bring Sebastian back, something involving a dragon.
Yes?
I mean, forgive me for saying this, but that sounds like a little bit of a wild goose chase, and I was wondering if you would be interested in perhaps something a little bit more streamlined and achievable, say, tonight? Tomorrow?
You have a way to get Sebastian back tonight or tomorrow when no one else has been able to.
Yes. I have an idea. It's a little crazy, but it might work.
I want to do anything I can to get him back. But I can't make that decision on my own.
Maybe you should hear the plan first. And also, what's in it for you?
I'm not in this for what's in it for me. I'm in it for Sebastian.
Not even for your father?
My father is so important to me.
I know. And he's suffering in that castle. Your father always did right by me. And he's a talented man, and he doesn't deserve that. So let me sweeten the pot. We can get Sebastian back. We can free your father. We can get Mouse back. And we can do it all. Tonight, maybe tomorrow. Depends on some of the details.
If you had a way to do all of this, why haven't you come sooner?
Well, sometimes you need time to stack the deck. And I'm coming to you at the moment when the deck is really stacked. I feel like I needed this kind of offer, this kind of opportunity. It's a great reason for the two of us to work together.
It's a great reason for you to use the things I love against me. What is the plan?
It's very easy. You're the Lord Commander. Everyone trusts you. Go get the seals and the crown. Everyone trusts you. It'll be no trouble for you to just take them. You can say to them that you have to bring them to the king immediately. Everyone will believe you. No one will question it. Bring them to me. We'll go to the castle tonight. I will put on the crown. We'll do it. And I will use the power of the crown to free your father, bring back Sebastian, and bring back my sister.
Katerina, you said you knew my father, that you love Sebastian. But they both would never put their own selfish desires before the entire country of Westamar. And that is what you're asking me to do. I would rather put myself on the line than do that to all of my friends and family, the ones who are still here.
Well then, I guess you really wouldn't do anything for your father. You really wouldn't do anything for Sebastian. Says more about you than it does about me.
I think I would do anything except disappoint and be the person that they would hate in the end for making that decision.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. Toodaloo.
Is she gone?
Yeah.
Pluto! You need to get... your sneezing, it sounds like a health problem.
There's just so much dust in here. Why do we sleep in an abandoned bar? And that was so... My nose is so plugged.
Pluto. I'm sorry I didn't wake you, but the Queen of Thieves was just here. I had the same reaction, don't worry. Pluto, what would you do to get Sebastian back?
Oh, I'm gonna do it all. Everything.
Anything?
Anything.
Would you burn the world down?
Oh. I mean, that feels like what Sebastian would do. So, like, by proxy, yeah, I think I might. I mean, I feel like I would do, not intentionally, but if I accidentally did it, I'd be okay with it.
Would you intentionally burn the world down for Sebastian and your family and everyone you love?
It's so hard, but in this case, there might be a time when the ends truly justify the means.
Even if bringing them back to a decimated place worse than what we have it now is what they're coming back to.
Why?
The Queen of Thieves offered me a way to get it all.
She's lying.
I don't know if she's lying. I actually think she had a way to do it, and I said no. Because I want Sebastian, I want my father to come back to a place that they can be proud of me and that they have a space to live and grow and do what they want and live the way they want. And I don't know if I made the right decision.
You did, and she does this. We saw it with Sebastian. She does it all the time. She knows how to pull those strings. You didn't do anything wrong. We're gonna do it. We can save your father. We can save Sebastian. We don't need her. She'll promise the world, and then she'll give us nothing. You know? Who even says that? She's just always trying to use us. And I don't know how to beat her, but now I just feel like I just have to ignore her.
But isn't that what we're doing with recruiting this person? We're using them to get what we want.
Don't. No, I need to feel okay about.
How are we any different? How are we not using and putting this person's life on the line to get our friend back? I mean,
they're gonna help us. Whoever comes on this journey, we will promise them great rewards, but we will also warn them of great travesties that will happen. Now, we lost Sebastian, and I don't know if I wasn't fast enough or wasn't strong enough. You know, I always think, like, what if I had just done something different? But this is the path forward. This is how I have to. I can't keep looking back. But I do know that she's tricky. And whatever's on the face of her deal, there's so much going under it that, like, I'm not smart enough to think about all the ways she's going to screw us over. But I'm smart enough to know that I'm going to get screwed over. Do you know what I mean?
That's so wise.
Yeah, I'm very wise.
You've learned so much since we first met.
And look, I just don't know how to deal with her. But I know Sebastian does. So at least if we get Sebastian back...
Does he?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. No, we're all just terrible at it.
I feel like the best course is avoiding, which is what my instinct says to do.
Yeah. I think we need to... She's gonna give you the golden apple. Like, the solve all the problems all at once. You know? But, you know, you bite in and it's poison. So, I just... It's all show.
Okay.
Ignore it. It's tough.
All right.
But I think you made the right call. Also to let me keep sleeping, because I was so tired. It's been a lot. Been a busy week.
Yeah, you're right. I can't trust her. I think we continue what we're doing and we'll
I know
solve
it seems so hard, but like capturing a dragon is so much easier than working with her.
Well, it's not just the dragon. We have to do all the other things. But I mean, some of it seems much simpler than the dragon.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like
Yeah.
so much more manageable. Like I just feel like I can control how everything goes. But when it's her, I feel so at the mercy of, like I feel so weak.
You're not weak, Pluto.
I mean, I know. Look how much I can lift. But with her, she knows how to just floor me.
She definitely has more up her sleeve than what she shows, and I can never trust what the pieces that, like you said, what I'm getting is not face value. So let's...
What was her deal? What was her thing?
She wanted me to get the seals and the crown, and we'd go take on the castle tonight.
What? Like, why?
And bring back Sebastian and my father and Mouse.
But how?
By her sitting on the throne.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that totally. Yes, of course. Of
Right?
course she wants that.
I'm like... I think it's possible, but it's not the right thing.
No, you're right.
I can't give up the world to get a few people I love back. I love them, and I will do whatever I can, but like I said to her, I'm not gonna burn the world down to get the people I love. I can't be that person and have them come back and hate me for it.
What happened to your father is very unfair. But he did something truly noble and great. And I think that I don't want you to ever feel like that we've forgotten. I mean, clear and present is getting Sebastian back, but what Johan did for us and continues to do for us has made it possible for us to continue. So he is just a part of our extension of our team as everyone else.
He's working with his whole body and mind to help us in this.
Yeah.
He's not lost. He's working with us, and I have to keep that.
I'm pretty sure he helped us win the duel against not Theodore Marshall, the Air Marshal. Because remember he, like, sent the dragon out?
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, or something. Like, I'm pretty sure it was your father that helped
He
fight
helps
them
us
off.
in whatever way he can for everything that we're
integral
doing.
to the team.
So, and I know that in his mind, he puts duty above all. And I have to respect that, and I have to follow in his footsteps, because that's how a noble life is lived.
Yeah, and we can't make comparisons to us for the Queen of Thieves. I need to be able to get through this. We need to bring in our temporary replacement, and I can't feel guilty about it. Don't. You can't say it anymore. We're better than her.
We're
better than... Say it.
We're better better than her.
Yeah.
Okay, we're better than her.
Yeah, we gotta convince ourselves we're better than her.
Okay. We're gonna hire an adult, and they're gonna make their own decisions to join us.
They know what's going on, and they choose to do it for a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Very good.
We're gonna go see Blackjack Mel.
The next day, you awake, pack your things up, and pass some time in Emberwood Village, resupplying anything that you might need. So if you do want to do any shopping, or if there's anything that you want to do, we can handle that off camera. But you gotta give Blackjack Mel a little bit of time to get the word out and do it. But later in the afternoon, you return to the Skull and Sword to meet with Blackjack Mel. As you do, he has a very beaming look upon his face and a stack of papers beside him. And he says, "All right, I put my nose to the ground. I was asking around. I was pulling every string I could. I pulled on every connection I got, and I got you 4 really good options."
Okay. That's
Okay.
actually pretty solid. Nice work.
Yeah.
So, I want to let you know, they got a bit of a range of experience here, but I leave that to you to size them up, decide who's right for the job. I will also let you know that I also put the word out, and these were the only 4 who actually apply.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Fair. Do they know a lot of the particulars?
As soon as you mention the word dragon, a lot of people kind of just it's a hard no. So we'll see. So let me walk this through you. Okay. So I got a little bit of a sketch of each of them here, and a little bit of their what they're good for, and what they're all that. So first one, this guy. His name's Derek Clark, and he's actually, word is, son of a prominent agricultural family, so he's got some good background to him, and apparently he came from some monastery outside Helberg, and he says he is a master of bodily restoration and aggravation. And he actually heard that about the issue that you had about Sebastian Crow. He's very apparently knew about Sebastian, and is very eager to volunteer his services to the cause.
Oh.
From what I understand about this guy, he likes to get pretty up close and personal, but pretty swift, sort of skirmisher type. Moves really quick, and. But might have some. He knows a thing or two about healing, as well.
I mean, we've never had someone who's been able to heal.
Yeah, so you're already cut this guy. No.
Now, the next 2, they're actually brothers, but they've applied separately. The 2 Ironhelm dwarves, Brelim and Baldric. Now, Brelim apparently comes from the Chapel of the Sacred Flame, all the way in the Eastern Vale. And he believes that he's kind of a little unorthodox as far as priests go, but he traveled to Drakkeheim hoping to aid people around here. So, warding off threats. And been a bit of a holy roller type, sacred mission type of person, but seems like he's willing to do what has to be done for the right cause. Now, his brother, on the other hand, interestingly enough, was a researcher and scholar of magical creatures at the Academy.
Oh.
And apparently, he says that he spearheaded something called the Guardian Project at the Academy to train mages in advanced combat and martial skills in order to defend themselves. And so he says that he also heard about Sebastian Crow being off, and wants to support the goals of the Amethyst Academy. Don't know what to make of that, but seems interesting. Our last one is a fella named Adam Ackred, and apparently he's some kind of doctor from Altbrook University.
Oh no.
A specialist in flora and fauna and its medicinal properties. And he said he understands that you've had some issues with the faculty at the university, and he wants to redeem them in your eyes. So, sizing them all up, these are your candidates. What do you think? Anyone you want me to call in?
Some very intriguing abilities and or personalities.
This Adam guy, we could bring him in for an interview, but then beat out of him the location of those other researchers. Yeah, he won't know what hit him.
What if he doesn't know where they are?
He'll tell us he doesn't know a lot, and then he'll stop telling us that he doesn't know, and then he'll probably admit that he doesn't know, and then we'll know that he doesn't
Rudy
know.
and the others have that.
All right,
right?
we won't hold him accountable.
Although, going into the forest potentially to find this dragon, it might be, if we do come across them.
Yeah, it might be good to have someone that knows flora and fauna. The other academy researcher, Baldric. Mm-hmm. Where we, when I hear academy, like that seems like a perfect fit for our.
To be honest, I'm surprised Blackjack could find somebody from the academy.
Yeah.
Come on!
You're right
It's
there.
me you're talking about.
I mean, you said it was kind of off the table, but I'm glad we found the exception because that gives me a little bit of. Although, where in the academy is he from? Is he friends with Eldrick?
Well, what if we bring in the brothers first, but we bring them in separately? Because it's also important to know if that one of the brothers is okay with the other brother dying, and vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, Brellum. He also. I just get the vibe that maybe he'd really get along with Ignatius.
Yeah, maybe Ignatius can also be like sort of like a tell of like their soul, their true
Zone of truth it.
They're like if they're. He says he's righteous, right? I'm interested in bringing in the brothers first. Because at least if we lose one, then the other one can be going on like a holy mission or like more of a vengeance thing. We might get a cut.
Vengeance against us, though.
No,
Vengeance against the
whatever
dragon.
the dragon.
Okay.
The dragon.
As long as we make it really clear that they're making their own decision to
Yes,
come with
this-
us.
Now, I'm to understand that you want to make this a field interview, correct?
Yeah, part of the interview process, we just want to get a little bit to know them, but we need to know how they handle themselves in combat.
Okay, so where should I instruct them to go? Meet you.
Oh, well, we meet them, talk to them, and then we'll do the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we'll do like a field interview and then a field test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we ask them the questions while we're fighting? To see how they can multitask on the field?
I mean, that seems like a very efficient use of time.
Yeah, maybe that is the play.
I mean, I'm just bringing up the map. I'm thinking, like, where would...
You know this place. Where would you find some... You know what? I think a good gauge of how combat effective someone is how many trolls they can kill.
I mean, that's always been kind of like our level,
That's
and
like
you
our
would be able to really gauge their
Yeah, I
skills
need
in
to know.
that. And I mean, Kingsgate still has a pretty big troll problem, so that might be...
Yeah.
I mean, not that we have to take the gate or anything, but at least we can fight a few trolls. And...
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that entire area is absolutely lousy with trolls. You can't even get within, you just go towards King's Gate. You won't even hit the gate before you just get hit in the face with trolls.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
It's a very, very dangerous area.
And
Yeah.
listen, if they can't take on a troll, do we even want them
No, because
supporting us?
a dragon is much bigger than a troll.
And if they don't know about the fire thing with trolls,
That's a test. This
that's-
is a part of the test. We gotta see if they know about fire.
Yeah.
Because that was something that we had to learn.
So the dwarves first, but which one do we want to bring in first? Like Baldric?
Baldric.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
We will tell Baldric that we wish to meet him outside.
Baldric or Brellum?
The magical creature one, right? The academy guy?
Not the priest.
Yeah, do we want... So the two brothers, the priest and the academy researcher, but then we also have the Altbrook doctor.
Yeah. Is Derek right off the
No,
first guy?
Derek's up there. Derek's up there.
I mean...
Maybe we don't want to lose the brothers. Maybe we start with Adam.
Okay. I mean, we can start there. And if we don't... We're not satisfied
Who's your top candidate? Just
Baldric.
then let's go.
Although, I mean, again, questioning their academy motives, but ultimately, I think they will have the most knowledge about what we're trying to do. in the
Baldric.
field.
You know what? I agree. I think Baldric's
As far as I'm concerned in the interview process, as someone who has measured much in the way of talent, I don't like to bring my top pick in for the first interview.
That's true.
Tends to set the bar artificially high. Doesn't let you look at the talent in a more objective lens.
Ooh, but if Brellum... Okay, so if we want Brellum and Baldric, if we bring him in first, but then something happens to him in the interview, is Baldric gonna want to do the
I'd say
thing?
that
So,
my pick is Derek. Derek could live or die.
try Derek first.
Yeah, let's
If something
take Derek.
happens to him, great. Or not. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll also
We don't
be
have to pick him if they pass the test. We're just gauging their skills.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's take Derek.
Yeah.
Let's take Derek for a field test.
All right, very well then. So what I'll do, I'll go back out, grab Derek, tell him to meet you up at Kingsway later this afternoon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Is that outside the city or inside the city?
just on the edge of the city.
Yeah.
And then you can head on in for the troll test.
Great.
Should we tell Baldric and Brellum to be on hold for a potential interview?
Yeah. Let's schedule stuff later in.
Do you want me to stagger them?
Yeah, exactly.
I need like an hour between.
Sounds good. So what order do you want to do them in?
Derek,
Derek, Baldric,
Brellum.
Brellum, then Adam.
Are we doing no form?
Yeah, and even if we meet them and go, I don't think it's gonna work.
True.
Yeah, we can let them down.
They got to pass the first conversation to go on to the practical
Yeah.
field test.
All right. So you want to interview all four?
No, we'll do the field interview. We'll do it as we murder trolls.
Yeah.
All right.
But we'll start with Derek.
I'll tell Derek to go get his things ready, and they'll meet you up by King's Gate.
Great.
Fantastic.
We love it.
All right. I'm gonna do a bit of scene change. Take it from there.
Woo!
Okay. With our magical scene change complete, you make your way to the outskirts of the city of Drakkeheim, crossing the river to get to the King's Way. The area of the city you can already smell, Pluto, the trolls nearby. This will be an adequate proving ground for your candidates.
Pluto, just remember, don't kill all the trolls. We need them to do a little bit of it.
Yeah. I get to kill some of them.
As
yeah,
the-
it's a test.
As you wait in the midst of the as you wait in the haze, a man comes strolling down the road. Please join us.
Derek.
How's it going, friends?
Good! Oh my gosh!
Derek.
Welcome, Derek!
Or welcome to our very good friend, Kyle.
Yay!
The first time on the other side of the camera to play our great guest character, Derek Clark.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Can't wait.
We picked you because we want you to thrive.
I heard from over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
How excited you are for my success.
Do not care about Derek at all.
So tell us about Derek Clark. What are you playing, Kyle?
Let me see here.
So the only thing is
Yeah,
that
don't look.
Kyle, your level is a secret.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because
super secret.
the gig is up. The 4 characters, Kelly plays 2 of them, and Kyle plays the other 2.
Yeah.
But they're all different levels.
We're gonna see what happens.
And it is a wide array of levels. So,
Okay.
but you've chosen to interview Derek Clark, and Derek is a monk from outside of Hilberg, I think.
Helberg.
So this
Helberg,
man
yeah.
is approaching.
Monastery.
What's he look like?
Derek is a medium-sized human. He strolls up to you wearing brown, like a brown gi, like a martial arts sort of gi. He has what I can best describe as just the most punchable face that, like, yeah, like you look at him, you're just like, that looks like it would be so fun to, right? But he's smiling, and he's really excited. He's ecstatic to meet you guys. Pluto Jackson. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Derek?
That's me. I'm Derek.
Yeah. Okay. Blackjack Mel told us about you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He said that you have a really exciting mission for me. And Veo Senya.
Yes.
Lord Commander.
I am.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
You're
Good to be in your presence.
I'm so excited. You're excited for this.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
I am eager to prove how much of an asset I can be to Drakenforce.
Well, he already nailed Drakenforce. I really like that.
Yeah.
You've got. I love your enthusiasm. So the reason why we brought you out here is we're gonna try to kill some trolls, and we're gonna get a sense of like how you kind of meld with us. It's gonna be really on the fly. We really don't want you to die. So really just get your hands dirty, and we're gonna ask you a couple questions while we do it. We're sort of just seeing how you multitask.
Oh, no problem. Trolls. I kill trolls in my sleep, and I answer questions in my sleep as
Hold
well.
on,
So you can ask.
how do you kill trolls in your sleep?
Yeah.
I'm super interested.
He doesn't even know how to do that.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
I've trained my body so thoroughly to perfection. I can defend myself while unconscious.
I think this is gonna work out. I think I'm really excited about you, Derek. On paper, you're terrible, but in person, you're really. But you talk the talk. Let's just see if you can walk the walk.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Where are the trolls? Let's do this.
Okay. I love your enthusiasm.
Be a breeze. You won't even need to interview other candidates.
I mean, your enthusiasm is unmatched so far by any
Blackjack
candidate.
Mel tell you?
Yeah. What did Blackjack Mel tell me?
Blackjack Mel told you. Oh, let me turn that around. What did Blackjack Mel tell you?
What do you know?
Blackjack Mel. Yeah, he told me that you two were looking for a replacement for your old comrade Sebastian. And
Temporary.
Yeah, I think I can fill that role. He said that you were looking for someone to come and help capture a beast. And
Beast is sort of a.
yeah, he said that you were offering a lot of gold for it too. Like, yeah, it seemed like
Like a beast's horde.
yeah, like the horde of a beast, or at least a third of it. And I was like, you know what? For that seems like too good of a deal to be true. But I figured that Drakenforce, if anyone has the dough to throw around like that, it's Drakenforce. So it's probably legit.
Because we are rich.
Yeah, he said that you were just throwing out gold bars, whole bars of gold.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's a great reputation.
So I was like, I'd love to have me some of that. So
I mean, it is big shoes to fill, so just keep that in mind.
And don't get ahead of yourself. Like,
Yeah.
we really need to see how this goes. So I'm gonna loudly whistle a bunch. I'm gonna walk that way,
distract the trolls. Very good.
bring them out, and then I need to just see you make your moves. Okay?
Okay. They're going to be good moves.
And Veo's going to probably shoot a bunch of them in the head if
yeah.
things go sideways.
And also, if you see me writing on some paper, it means I'm taking notes. It's not that I'm not paying attention to the words that you're saying, okay?
Yeah, it's really important.
Yes.
Yeah, if Veo's going to stop and use her action to write...
Just know I am active listening to the words that you're saying while you're
And
fighting.
just-
You're
just-
demonstrating multitasking that you
Yes.
want me to.
But
yeah.
like show, we just want you to not focus on what she's writing.
yeah.
Because it's not going to be good or bad. We don't know. It's just she's making notes.
And I care about your answers, so I just want to make sure we get them really clear.
yeah.
Of course.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. So, if I'm understanding correctly, Pluto, you're going to go wrestle up some trolls.
Yeah.
Vale, you're going to take a vantage point somewhere.
Yeah.
And Derek, where are you leaving Derek in the midst of all this?
Derek, you can hang back like 10, 15 feet. I just don't... I'll try to draw them out. This is our standard tactic. Like, I just kind of go in because I'm too loud. And then when the business starts happening, I want you to just trust your gut and go with what feels right.
Yeah. And I'm almost never front and center, so this is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to position yourselves within the ruins. So, you stand within a ruined section of the Kingsway on sort of the edge of town. The buildings in this area are incredibly run down, despite, I would say, a little bit closer, and where you, like...
Maybe this one?
Like
Yeah.
to like here.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So the buildings heading into Kingsgate, you're all along the King's Road, and many of these are in varying states of collapse, most of them being formerly residential buildings, homes, and a few of the businesses along the Kingsway. The meandering street eventually leads to King's Gate, where, rumor has it, a great grouping of trolls, a gang of trolls, has assembled under the leadership of a troll king.
Oh.
But for now, this area has become the indiscriminate hunting grounds for many trolls. So Pluto, as you head down the way, you don't have to go far before you feel like you are being watched. And ahead of you, in the street, feasting over a small fire, a group of trolls are roasting several ratlings on a spit.
Hey, you overgrown loafs. Why don't you try to eat something a little more your size?
Oi! The trolls turn to you. There are... Roll me 2d6. What's the total result?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. There are 8 trolls. And 4 of them are gathered around the spit, but several of their hulking forms begin to come out around the ruins around you as you approach, and they're like, Oi! That's offensive, that is! And another one of the trolls says, We're just having our lunch here. You're disturbing us, human.
Well, now I feel for some reason, but look, I'm gonna level with you. You're just a test for us, and I gotta kill a bunch of you, and give us a run for our money. I hope everything works out, and I'm gonna point my sword at like the closest one. I'm like, and I think you're gonna be first.
One of he turns to another and says, he says, a test? I'm just a test to you? And the other responds to him and says, Trollsby, he called you a test. And the other troll turns to the other troll and says, he probably doesn't even know that we all have names. We're just trying to have lunch here. And unless you'd like to be lunch, I recommend that you turn away.
Okay, well, this is just really not the dialogue that I was expecting. I thought there would be more snarling. You seem super
Oh, you
refined.
wanted more snarling. You were expecting us to be a bunch of slathering trolls who are just going to be a little test for you. Arrogant adventurer. Nah, I'm a troll. Nom, nom, nom. Is that what you're expecting from us?
You know what? Do you know who I am?
Oh, that's what he's doing now. The other trolls turn to you. Do you know who I am?
Like, Pluto, do you need a hand?
No, I got this.
It looks like they're just having lunch.
Look, if you're not gonna come over here and get me, I'm gonna come over there and get you. And I just start walking towards the closest one.
And the troll says, "What? You're approaching me?"
I start to pick up speed and I draw Ignatius.
The trolls turn to one another and say, "I think he's serious."
This is the weirdest way I'm about to kill something. And I go to strike it.
All right, we'll roll for initiative.
This is so weird. Why did you guys make it so?
Is this how you guys always? Is this all your deeds or just?
This is not no.
This is
so
normal.
not normal.
Like I thought it would be more heroic and less.
Normally they're the ones coming after us, but
Pluto?
it is.
I got a 14.
Vale
20.
and Derek.
28.
Ooh.
What?
I crit that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what you see.
Do you know what dice that is?
That's my crit dice.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly's crit dice.
Yeah.
It was the closest D20 to my hand, so that's. Am I not supposed to touch that one?
I mean, try it again.
Oh,
Don't roll the gray dice.
You roll it. Roll
no,
it 40 more times.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna roll. Why is that here? That's pretty-
I wasn't sure if that was like a character trait. Like you just know how to roll. Pretty.
This is pretty close. 26.
Just take the same. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're still going first.
I'm just.
I'm sorry, I should have let you know that. Don't roll the
That's so funny. He just rolls the 20.
Every time.
So, Pluto, you are staring down a massive pack of trolls. The trolls of Drakkeheim are strange creatures indeed, for they have come to the city seeking food and various sustenance, but all of the trolls themselves, although they are not monsters of the haze, the trolls' regeneration interacts strangely with contamination. And so many of the trolls bear slight signs of mutation, which have augmented into their physiology. So some of them have extra faces or extra eyes. A few of them have vestigial limbs that they're growing out. Some of them, instead of having hands with fingers, they're just tentacles on the end. One of them even has a belly maw, and various mutations that they bear. But the trolls themselves are much more resistant to the contamination thanks to their regenerative properties. So yeah, there's 8 trolls.
Okay. I
this.
wanted this. I think I wanted
You
this.
asked for it very, very aggressively.
Okay, so as the pack of trolls bears down on Pluto, Derek, you are the first to act.
Okay. So let's see. Do we have a movement?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Kelly said
that's
it. Hypothetical?
that's the 30-footer.
Nice.
Okay. So Derek is going to 30 feet. Is it going to cost me anything to jump over the rubble?
Give me an acrobatics check.
All right. So let's see if I can jump over some rubble. 19.
Derek deftly jumps and dodges over the rubble of the building out onto the street.
Okay, perfect. So I leap over the rubble and I run right up behind Pluto.
Okay.
And is there anything that I can do to actually help Pluto? Yeah, possibly. Okay. So Derek pulls out a little sort of staff with a blade on the end, and whoosh, he has a telescopic spear. And I'm going to hurl it at the troll closest to Pluto and myself, which I suppose would be this one here.
Okay.
All right. So let's go. Getting an 11.
The spear sails right past the troll.
Oh, that was my only weapon.
Derek?
Sorry. That's okay. These are my best weapons. But I'll show you how to use them in 6 seconds. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I take some notes. Good tagline.
Veo, it is your turn.
Horrible aim.
I am gonna fire arrows at the troll that's in the middle.
Ooh, yeah.
The big tall troll with the hammer and the blade.
But while I'm doing that, I want to ask Derek a question.
Okay.
While that's happening, which is just like, Derek, so what inspires you to work in this industry? As I'm firing arrows.
Explain a time when you had a disagreement with a colleague. What inspires me to work in this industry?
Yeah.
I've lived on a farm my whole life, and I yearn for adventure and a greater, more fame. And I felt there was no better way to get fame than by working with you two.
Okay, fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
fame,
all notoriety. People must know my name, Derek.
And then my shot hits 21.
The arrow connects.
20 damage.
Okay.
Second, that's a 13 to hit.
It's a narrow miss.
Okay. And
Yes,
then
the arrow sails past the troll, following the trajectory of the throw that Derek made.
And then I get one extra weapon attack on my first turn, so that is 26 to hit.
Also a hit.
Nice.
And that is 21 damage.
The troll is grievously wounded as you fire 2 arrows, basically that lodge into its face, and it pulls the arrows out with a sucking noise as the wounds already begin to stitch back together.
And I put my longbow kind of on my arm and just start writing down a few notes. Like, fame, good enough, hasn't really had much life experience, but very enthusiastic.
Pluto, it is your turn.
So Derek, you said you grew up on a on a farm your whole life. What kind of battle experience do you have? And I say this as I am igniting Ignatius, and I'm charging at the large troll.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run right up to him, and I crit.
Okay.
For 50 damage.
You run up to the troll, and as it's pulling the arrows out of its face, the blade swings down and beheads the troll and cuts off both its hands.
Oh my gosh!
Like, is this your first battle, or can you speak of another time where you had to overcome a great obstacle? And I turn and I go to slice the other big one.
Use Ignatius, right?
I crit again. I'm so sorry. These poor trolls. Sorry.
While you do your math, Derek is just absolutely stunned.
49 damage.
Okay. As Ignatius swings in the second the second attack, you slash across the belly of the troll, and its guts just spill out, and it starts like trying to pull everything back inside it. It's grievously wounded.
I'm so sorry. And then my third hit is a 23.
Also hits.
So I'm gonna just bring the hammer down on this poor troll. 29 damage.
Okay. That doesn't quite kill the troll, but it almost does.
Wow.
Derek?
Well, the stories, the legends of your proficiency at troll killing are no lie.
Okay.
They're not dead yet.
The trolls respond in kind, however.
Uh-oh. Oh, poor Derek.
What have we done?
Oh, poor Derek. He's okay. He's fine. He's fine.
So good.
He's gonna be fine.
Okay. The trolls come back and say, "We just wanted to enjoy a nice meal," as 3 of the trolls swarm around Derek to scoop him up his feet and try to tear him limb from limb. So, Derek, you're going to get attacked 6 times.
Love it.
So I roll pretty poorly with 2 of those. They definitely won't hit. But I get a 21 and a 24 and a 17 and a 10.
2 hits.
2 hits? Okay. The trolls grab into you, trying to tear you limb from limb, Derek. And the first one, the 2 hits, 15 damage each.
Okay.
For 30 damage. Pluto, 3 trolls also surround you for a barrage of attacks. Getting a crit at a 25, a 26, and an 18.
So the 18 doesn't hit, and the crit is just a regular hit.
Okay, so 3 hits. And I get another 21. And
21 hits.
Okay, so 4 hits. So each of the hits is 15 damage.
60 damage.
Yeah. And Veo, one of the trolls sneaks up through the ruins and reaches down and grabs your leg and tries to pull you off the roof. It gets a 24 to hit, and I need an athletics or acrobatics check.
Ooh, acrobatics. 28.
Okay. It does not beat you, but you still take 15 damage from the hit. And I get a 15 to hit.
And can I... 15 doesn't hit. I can use... sorry.
Uncanny dodge?
That's it.
Yes.
Sorry.
To have that.
I'm getting used to video again. Yes, uncanny dodge to make it 7.
Did we get an answer from Derek on the question about his battle
Oh,
experience?
it's coming on my turn.
Okay. Yeah, so Derek, it's your turn. You are surrounded by trolls.
They're tearing me apart, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they're like trying to quarter me, and I'm just like, kids from the neighboring farm used to try to steal our beans, and I beat them up, right? And I was a bodyguard for the bean farm, and are they actually holding on to me? Like,
You're not grabbed.
I'm not
No.
grabbed.
No.
Okay. All right. So then, there are a lot of trolls here.
Derek, how you doing over there?
Doing great. Where'd my spear land?
It's over by Pluto.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to attack. Yeah, they're all going to get an opportunity attack if I run, aren't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you
So,
disengage.
yeah. So,
Oh no.
nope.
Derek.
It's all good. It is all good. I think I have a thing I can do. Haha. All right. I'm going to expend a key point, and I'm going to use Step of the Wind to take the disengage action as
Okay.
a bonus action on my turn, and then I'm going to run over to kind of pick up my spear.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna run over and grab my spear. Whoop. And then I'm going to run. Let's see, that was, yeah. I think I can make it up top here. I'm going to run up this wall. And I think that picking up the spear counts as my action, yeah?
Nope.
No? Okay.
You still have your action.
I still have my action, okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to jump from here, and I'm going to try to kill this one troll here that Pluto already pretty much destroyed.
Smart.
Yep. And that's
So you
that's
leap down
tactical
from
thinking.
above.
I leap
with
down
the
from
spear.
above with
Take
my
advantage
spear.
on the attack.
Oh yeah. All right. See, this is tactical thinking, and I want that noted in my review. Okay. Perfect. Double sixes. So yeah, that would be a 13.
Okay, so Pluto and Vale, you watch as Derek deftly scuttles under the legs of the troll, scoops up his spear, clambers up the side of the building with incredible speed, and leaps down towards the troll, and completely misses. It's not even like the troll had to sidestep to move out of the way. Completely like just shoot. No.
I write down much panache, not great on execution.
Yeah, the follow through.
Yeah.
Very.
Not superb. That's probably most of my movement.
You
too,
do
so
have
I
a
think-
second attack though.
I do. Okay. All right. So I miss, and I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. So I get my second attack. 14.
So as you recover the spear and try to spear the troll in the side, the troll just reaches its hands down and grabs the spear as it comes towards you and stops the spear and pushes it back.
Should have brought my own dice.
Yes.
It's important. It's important to have your own dice.
Veo, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to bonus action cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So that way I do not get opportunity attacks. I am going to feline agility away from here. So I'm going to come across. Okay, so I can move a lot. Where's
Yes.
the thing? I can definitely make it. Wow! There, and then I'm going to make it.
It collapses behind you
Okay.
with a clatter.
And then, yeah, I can make it at least to there.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I can make it another 30 feet because of Zephyr Strike. Yes. So, oh man. Right?
Yeah.
Or could I jump down here?
Either or.
You know what? Jumping is less. So, do I have to
Sure.
roll anything for that?
You give me an acrobatics check to land on your feet.
28.
Yeah, you're more than good.
Okay. Then that will get me probably.
Way back up over there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I will at least
Dang.
be get out of there.
Okay.
Let's say there. So I can still see things, but I'm just like
Yep.
a different vantage point. Bust out my notebook. Well, actually, I'm gonna use my action to a couple more long bows. But as I'm doing that, I am going to, and I get advantage because of Zephyr Strike. Let me just bust these out. Okay, so I say, now that's all good, you know, your experience in battle, but in our line of work, we need to know when to run away. So what would you say is a good indicator that it's a situation where you need to get out of there? And I fire, oh good.
Which troll are you shooting?
The one that's, is there one that's already hit?
Yes, the one that
But
that Derek completely whiffed on.
Then that one,
Okay.
one. And because I had advantage from Zephyr Strike, I do get the sneak attack. Oh wait,
Oh,
I
yeah.
also get one of these.
Oh yeah.
Go back there. Okay, so 37 damage.
The arrow shoots right through the troll's head, splattering its brains against the wall behind it.
Amazing.
And then I get one more. Oh, I crit!
Yeah.
Which are you shooting?
This one.
Okay.
So that is
They're all, I think, untouched now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
33 damage.
Okay. Well, we now go from Veo to Pluto.
I pour. So, Derek, are you? What's your?
What's your answer to that question, Derek?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so okay. So to Veo's question, there's no obstacle that we can't overcome. You never run away.
Overconfident.
Never run away.
A little over. And Derek, if you could just give me just to get a gauge, what's the biggest thing you've killed? The biggest monster, or beast, or
George Naple was at least 6'2".
And you killed him?
No, but I pushed him down, and he did not try to steal any more beans.
Oh no!
Have you killed anything before?
No. Like what? Like a bird? Like have you killed a bird?
Oh, like boars and things like that come and try to, again, like a lot of things we have the best beans in Westamar. So, like a lot of animals, yeah. Boars,
So hunting.
some snakes.
Like so you've gone hunting?
If you call it hunting, they come to us, but yeah.
So you trapped a boar one time? Oh my god, Derek.
Pluto, what do you want to do?
I cast darkness on myself from the ring of spell power, or ring of spell storing that Sebastian gave me. I action surge.
Can you see? Oh, because you have the blind fighting, right?
And I move over towards Derek to shield him. So I'll let these two take swings at me.
Okay, they will do so with disadvantage. Getting a 17 and a crit that turns into a 20.
20 still hits.
Okay, so that'll be 15 points of damage.
And I begin to kill the one right beside
Concentration check on the darkness.
Oh! Ooh! I get a lucky. 22.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it would have been a 9.
All right. Who are you attacking?
The one with the blue
The blue mohawk?
and the
Bluey?
hammer. So do I get advantage?
Yep.
Oh, amazing. Sorry, big guy. 25 to hit.
Yep.
And a 28 to hit.
Yep.
Let's see if that kills him. For 29 damage and 29 damage.
Okay, he's not slain by that, but grievously wounded.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to finish him. 21 to hit. For
Ignatius does radiant damage, not fire damage.
correct. 25 damage.
Okay, the troll falls. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I want to. Yeah, I'm just gonna second wind.
Okay,
That's my turn.
so here's where I remind you that because Ignatius does radiant damage and not fire damage, all these trolls regenerate.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Docking some marks.
Uh-oh.
This troll is gonna race after Veo. It's gonna have to dash.
Oh. Stay close, Derek. It's gonna get hot in here. So my darkness should be 10-foot radius. Oh, let me check. Let me check.
Yeah. So basically, the trolls can't see in the darkness, but they saw you cast it. So they're going into the middle of the darkness, and they're just punching indiscriminately at whatever they hit.
Love it.
So the first troll makes
I would
its
approach the problem.
first attack makes, and I realized trolls actually make 3 attacks, not 2. So the first troll going after Pluto doesn't hit anything. Second troll with disadvantage, I get a 21.
Yeah, it hits.
I get a 20 with
Hits.
disadvantage. Okay, so 2 hits for 15 damage each. 2 concentration checks.
Ooh, okay, here we go. 1 lucky down. What's my
DC
content?
10.
12. And
Maybe you can actually fail this.
it's hard. I have a +8.
Right, so you need to nat one it.
And that was what I rolled the first time.
Okay.
And then a 25.
Okay, so I'm then gonna have 3 of the trolls indiscriminately punching. They end up indiscriminately punching Derek.
Yes, as they would.
So, so a crit turns into a 25 with disadvantage. I get a 18,
That's my AC.
and so 2 hits
Yeah.
for 15 damage each.
Ooh. And Derek falls down.
Okay.
Oh, Derek.
Whoops.
The indiscriminate punching continues.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Poor Derek's body.
And with and in the midst of it, I'm just gonna roll a couple more attacks here. Pluto, you get attacked at least 6 more times, but none of them hit you. And an indiscriminate punch hits Derek.
Okay. So that's 1 failure? Or is that-
It would be a crit. Well, it's with disadvantage.
Okay.
Can't see, so we'll count it as 1 failed death save.
Okay. All right. So it turns out that being able to defend himself while unconscious may have been an exaggeration. Yeah. Maybe.
So we go back to the top of the round with Derek.
Before Derek's turn, though, can I at least take a swing at one of the creatures that attacked Derek that didn't attack me
Sure.
for Sentinel? Because I see you, monster. I get like a 31 to hit
Okay, it hits.
for 28 damage.
Okay. It downs the troll again, but they're regenerating.
Yeah.
through all this. Derek, what was your question for Derek?
What was the largest thing you killed? And he told me
Right.
it was like a you
It
pushed
was
away a
either
guy.
George Nobles or a boar. Yeah.
Oh my
Derek,
God.
I need a death save, buddy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh man.
With these beautiful dice that have done me no wrong all day. Okay, so that's a crit fail.
Yeah, you failed. You
Yeah.
failed
So-
That's 2, right?
That's 2 failed death
All
saves.
right, boom, boom.
Wait, so Sergio's dead?
There we go.
Oh man.
After the last troll punches Derek. His
Into the
spear
ground,
just-
like it just mushes him in.
He buries me with his fists. So that's one less thing for you guys to do, I
I
guess.
crossed Derek's name off of the list
Well,
on my paper.
failed candidate number 1.
I think the interview's over, Pluto.
The trolls look up at the 2 of you. They're like, if we can keep him, you can run.
Okay.
You know what?
Deal.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, we'll see
Avenge
what
me.
happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe I feel bad. Like, should I
mean-
carry his body out?
I was gonna just be like, do what you want.
You see that? You
Tell
see?
Blackjack Mel I never showed up.
You see a cloud of darkness just leave, and then there's just the pummeled body of Derek in the stonework of the ground as the darkness just moves towards the edge of the.
I'm sorry, Derek. I don't think that this interview is going to be a yes.
I think we're gonna move ahead with a different candidate.
Yeah. Oh. But I mean, keep checking back because we may have more opportunities in the future.
You know I'm dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did Blackjack Mel really get us like a farmer's bodyguard?
I mean, yes,
I applied.
he did apply. I remember we were using this as a
Test. It was
what is it, like
competency
a
test.
baseline
Yeah.
for.
We need to get. We need to maybe rethink that strategy. Maybe we have to have a few more opening questions before we.
So have a little bit more discussion ahead of time and
Yeah,
then
I
go
think
in.
trying to combine the field test with the interview
Yeah.
has proven to be dangerous.
Maybe we distracted him too much with his questions.
the spear just at nothing.
I mean,
I don't think he made a single hit. I don't
Yeah.
think he hit anything.
And he definitely didn't know when to run away, clearly.
No, the overconfidence was definitely there.
Well, that's where we're going to wrap it up. A big thank you. Kyle, you did really great, bud.
Can we know some stats? What level was?
I was level 9.
That's actually commendable.
That's not too bad.
Oh man, when you guys were just doing so much damage, I was like, if I hit, I'm gonna do like 9 damage. If I hit.
Oh man.
Oh no, thank you all for having me. This is a pleasure.
Yeah.
And as always, to Jill and Joe
Thank
as
you,
well
thank
for
you.
their incredible skills.
Oh, and a huge thank you to Kelly for all the amazing work he does behind the scenes. Thank you, Kelly.
And to our dungeon master, Monty Martin. Words.
Well, in our game, we use a variety of incredible assets produced by talented artists. They have graciously given us permission to use them in our tabletop games, and we encourage you to go out and support some of these amazing creators. We have some amazing building from Dwarven Forge, and some of it's been printed as well.
Yep, by Printable Scenery.
Printable scenery, miniatures by WizKids and Hero Forge, player character artwork by Elizabeth Perot, and music by the wonderful Tabletop Audio.
And of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store. We can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes shirts, including Yes, Troll Killer, what's the worst that could happen? Check out bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
Our videos and live streams are made possible, and this studio was made possible because we have an amazing Patreon community that helps support the channel and our work. A big thank you to all of our patrons. What a way to inaugurate our space. But with that in mind, if you do want to join our Patreon community, follow the links down in the description below to get on that.
We also have a fantastic Discord community exclusively for our patrons. We chat about all kinds of nerdy things, D&D, video games, memes, all of it. So if you'd like that, please join our Discord.
Of course, we got new videos dropping Tuesdays and Thursdays over on our YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. And you can join us next week when we broadcast the campaign live on Twitch from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/DungeonDudes, or you can check out all the video episodes when they drop on Fridays on YouTube and any major podcast platform as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time in Drakkeheim.